Well, that is certainly some music for Kev to continue flossing to as he goes and practices those dance moves over in the green room. But for now, it is going to be the GGBet odds heavily favouring ViCi.
Blowing open that squeaky door, but it's a rush straight toward ramp room here. Mac flying. Needs to do just that into the lower bomb side, but he's just going to repeat.
Yeah, just stands his ground, but it's not going to work. Jamyoung too sharp today. And that's going to make light work of the defense on the lower side. You have Xiao already rotating down, but over at Deacon smoked off, unable to deny the plant rather.
And does go down. Retake being attempted through windows. Initial contact onto Kaze.
Very closely spaced, so Invictus should be able to go for the trade, but Jamyoung denies them any control here at the stairs, and another found, 3 for him so far. And let's see if the rest of ViCi can close this one out. 4v2 now, Destroyer and Zhao need to make some light work of the T. Kaze spotted, Zoking close for the trade, and this is looking unlikely for Invictus. Zhao, the nice one, not the second though. Zoke, the king, smacks him straight back down. And that is going to be ViCi starting things off very similar to what we saw over on Inferno.
And what we saw in the earlier stages of the bracket, where ViCi Gaming absolutely ran over Invictus on the T side of Nuke, and it's started off to a pretty same degree. I would say even the same could be said for the CT side of Inferno. Force buy out from Invictus Gaming. MP9 and armor, couple deags, couple grenades.
It's so good to see what ViCi can do when they have a huge amount of confidence, you know?
I feel like I just need to go to ViCi Gaming's headquarters
Yeah?
with a couple stickers.
Ooh,
and
okay.
at the top of the scoreboard, instead of Tyloo, I just sticky tape Invictus Gaming and like a little paint image file.
And they all just...
of their logo that's a bit scuffed, and then ViCi just fire up and win.
And they're like, oh, we are at the top. We can be. That looks pretty good.
The problem is if they W into attacker like this, there's no guarantee they're going to be getting out of there alive. Flying though, not as sharp as attacker, at least not today. Some cases he is. ViCi Gaming, they make their way straight down Megaton. A lot of players down here for Invictus. Where did ViCi go? They've evaporated, Mac.
It's just the Deagles tearing through them for now, and it's up to Kaze. His position's known too. But in the 1v4, upgrades to the AK. Control of the bomb still. And if he can find a line onto Destroyer, which is going to be impossible now. Destroyer just back to hut. Realizes the situation. Let's see if Kaze can unleash here.
1 on 4. It's going to have his work cut out for him. So many weird little off angles that you can sit on Nuke. That being one of them.
Ooh, 2 HP though. Certainly not enough, but with 20 seconds, it looks like Kaze might just go for the save, and Invictus could easily follow, but I feel like they need to worry about going and finding a couple of the weaponries that were dropped just before. But Invictus might just be happy with the round as it ticks across. That'll be 1 apiece.
Oh, watching Kaze save his agony because his face, it just, you know, in combination with his posture of him holding his fist, it just makes me physically uncomfortable. Do you get that, Mac? Like it.
Me, no, I don't know what uncomfortability is.
It's diverse and dynamic in every situation, aren't you?
I just try to ignore it, so we can get through. Have you ever casted with Kev? Very uncomfortable experience, but we make do.
Oh, I like casting with Kev.
He just keeps on telling me about the horses, and I'm like, Kev. Well, I don't know what you're galloping about, man. Jesus. However, in round 3 we go. Let's see if ViCi can go toe-to-toe with just the Deagles.
It's a force up. You do have the hero AK on Kaze. He could have pulled a couple grenades for his team, though, but not going to worry about it. If he's got grenades, then he's not holding on to that AK and not strafing out on angles where he could shoot some people. And this is the 3rd round in a row that Flying's been run out. He's just got PTSD at this point. Doesn't even stand and deliver at all. All that bravery from the first round is just evaporated, and now peeking into Viva. The AUG on an angle like that doesn't even matter when Kaze's looking this sharp, Mac.
Yeah, wrap the ladder base as it looks like there's going to be a bit of an acceleration. Rifle retrieved. Advent picking that one up eventually, thrown 3 times, but he's caught it on the 3rd. Now, some aggression from the ramp players looking to make their way forward. 2 picks for 1, but bomb control still maintained. Zoking, he's solo. 1 bullet gets the job done. Smoke on the bomb in 40 seconds. This is a good position for Invictus to be in.
Oh, the double dink onto Orman. Straight through that little gap. Advent trying to walk through, but also dealt with very handedly by Destroyer. Good recovery for Invictus, really on top of the economic game at this point. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, man, Invictus is a pretty sharp team, and they're well aware of how confidently and how aggressive ViCi Gaming played last time they played them in the earlier parts of this tournament. They're going to have the opportunity on this CT side to take that into account, maybe not be caught off guard as much, maybe be a little bit more ready for it, and that's where ViCi will have to shift gears a little bit and start to lean heavily into that strat book that they have on this map and the depths that they can show us.
Well, again, a faster approach just on the blocks. Around the corner they go as Jam Young just draws enough attention. That's going to be a couple of shots on the side of the head, but Destroyer and Flying have an answer for it. Dropping down, looking to go toe-to-toe. Org pick up for Zoking. Destroyer going to be backed into a wall. Oi coming in from heaven just to save the day. But Orman and Zoking, they're not done just yet. Well, Orman certainly is. Sizzled to a crisp. An 11 HP. One more bullet will do. Destroyer just running at him. No holds barred. It seems as Invictus...
Oh no, Destroyer's just chucked an AK into the abyss there.
Did he mean to throw it to his teammate?
Yeah.
Oh no. Destroyer, what have you done?
Bye-bye, AK.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
No. Well, it just goes to show that you can't have it all. You can't make your cake and eat it too. Bit too ambitious that time, and Invictus, they're going to have to pay for it. With a bit of extra economy, early out of smokes for ViCi.
All of smoke. Very quick play into it, and it does look like they're going to commit into lowers while Jam Young lurks around behind Annex. In the meanwhile, though, Destroyer just W's through the squeaky door smoke and gets into a premium position towards the back of lobby, just does not give a single crap at this point.
That's what we were talking about in the pre-show as well, was just the fact that Destroyer, he does this. He just holds W. But this time, not overextending. Orman seems to be aware, very deep in T-spawn, rather. It's Flying, forced back by a nicely placed Molotov.
It looks like ViCi Gaming sizing up this ladder-based pressure, maybe towards Annex. Zausage on a bit of an off angle with the MP9. Smoke onto windows, some flashes in towards Warehouse. ViCi not committing to this, going back into secret now.
How's the timing on the wrap? It looks like Xiao's not going to be spotted here. They're back-to-back. There it is, Xiao. Perfect timing.
They've actually pulled the rotation up the vent from Viva, so it's only Flying down here behind the smoke. But all that's left here is what you see for ViCi Gaming in secret.
And they're just going to hope for the timing, waiting in the smoke for it to fade. With 30 seconds, they need to accelerate off the back of the pick, but they're not even going to find it. Flying, falling. At the perfect moment, reroute back into the vents for now, but it's Decon, the target. Lower sight seems to be the place to go. And Advent trades it through.
Oh.
Okay, big pick from Kaze. That's looking pretty good. Oi as well finds Advent and the bomb, and that should be a pretty bad event for ViCi. As Invictus closed down another. Oi, 2 for himself, and a 4th for Invictus.
And another reset on ViCi Gaming's economy. This is going swimmingly for Invictus. How does this keep happening? Chinese CS.
Oh, you love it. Don't act like you don't.
Love-hate relationship.
But you get to see more.
Bit of excitement in my life. Sometimes I do want to see more, and sometimes I don't want to see more. But you don't really have any choice in the matter.
Is that what you tell the missus?
Yeah, look, that's honestly a bit of a burn on my missus, and I don't know why you're bullying women on the ESL Cologne broadcast, Mac, but I'm just going to glaze past that, because I know really you are a good guy, and you do mean the best.
I think you've bent my words a little bit there, Pilski.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit. Well, I'm pretty good at throwing you under the bus too, so yeah. We'll trade some out there. Anyway, no trading happening for Invictus here. Or for ViCi, rather. Does Invictus get away scot-free?
At least for the time being. See if they can keep 5 players alive here. On that CT side.
Pushing out that Tech 9. A dangerous weapon in the right hands. At this time, Zoking, his hand's not looking too deadly.
I think Zoking thought it was 2015 or 2014. Well, spamming the mouse 1 with the Tech 9.
It's
that
a
ain't how it works
situation.
anymore.
I still get caught in that when someone drops me a Tech 9. I'm like, hey, Is this the same as it used to be? No. That the answer is no. It is not. It is nothing like it used to. 25 times ViCi have played Nuke. They've only lost once. Could this be the second time?
No. Probably not.
Well, Billy's spoken. ViCi, no matter how many rounds they lose here in the first half, they've got it.
I hope not. I really hope not. That'd just be a bit awkward.
Why's that?
Because they won the first map so good, Mac. Would just be inexplicable. Nope. They're going to get this uppers execute in here. It's going to be Oi and Destroyer to hold it down. Now Zage's here too.
Oh, Destroyer still fighting for now. Molotov finishes off Oi. If we go back to the 3-on-3, double man push at heaven. Viva somehow flicks around on that one. What the hell was that? What?
Still moving. You're not meant to move and shoot with the AWP.
What? What? Alrighty.
God-given talent, Mac. That's what it is.
Ah, yes, of course.
The force in from ViCi, which is interesting considering how strong Invictus's money is at this point, that you want to go down to Galil's. You chose to go down to Galil's, but it seems like they've bought some very specific utility and they've called a very specific strat. Blowing open that door, close smoke toward outside. Progression, smoke over towards warehouse side, and a couple of flashes. A quick annex split on the cards here, Mac.
Straight through at the perfect moment. It's back to the 4-on-4 now. Viva throws a smoke to make his way out on the rafters, but Oi and Xiao doing all the damage here. It's Kaze just waiting. Finishes off the flank. Orman as well. Finds himself an answer, and in the 2v2 situation, Bomb still isolated. Viva here, able to cover, knowing roughly where Kaze should be, and Kaze finds himself the lineup. So, around out of nowhere, as Kaze, I guess, has gifted that one. Two crazy ends to the round, as ViCi find a second.
That's the Kaze we love to see.
Here it is.
Pretty sharp on that AK.
You couldn't even see two of them.
A hybrid man. Bit of zoom, bit of shoot with the AK.
Bit of zoom, bit of boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Beautiful.
You're good with the words, Matt. We appreciate you. Mechanics.
Big fan of your brain too, while we're at it, if we're tooting our own horns.
Well, Zoking's brain functioning a little bit, going a little bit too early, but maybe that's the space that ViCi Gaming needed to just dive in here and get 2 more picks, Mac. They're going to actually dive down the vent while they're at it and take the bomb with them.
Going for a straight reroute, smokes everywhere for Oi to survive on site, but he has no idea that this rotation's happened. Now, Invictus are very far away at a man disadvantage. And Kaze, he's going to make his way down the ramp. You got Orman as well. And Invictus don't actually know that this is on B yet? Maybe they do.
I think they're saving. I mean, if Oi doesn't know that this is on B, then I got news for you. He's probably not meant to be in a top 3 team in the region. That's all I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure they're aware. They're just saving their guns.
Orman is going to try to stop it.
The double chink with the USP, Mac. That's gross. He just adds 1 to the stat track.
Could you imagine a man B-hopping around the corner, and then Viva just comes at you with the USP and stares into your soul with that face.
That beautiful face.
Beautiful face. But he's just got this cheeky look on his face. In that jumpsuit too, which is fitting for a B-hopper of his standards.
Yeah. That
Movement
jumpsuit parkour. Bit of Russian influence or something like that. Invictus is starting to run out of money, Mac. I hope they haven't run out of steam a little bit too fast after getting off to that 6-1 lead. So if they lose this round, they're going to have to take a single save, and that's where ViCi Gaming don't just have that 4th round. They could get a 5th and really start running away with this T-half. All of smoke's very quickly thrown toward outside, but again, ViCi toward lobby, starting to move into ramp, flying, rotating down into Megaton. If ViCi pick their timing right, they could walk into an empty ramp room.
Let's see how they go. Viva denying it initially. Taking the molly for a second and gets away with his life, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Nicely done. Into a 3-on-5 now and flying with an AUG on this angle. That's pretty disgusting to deal with.
Whoa. Right at the back of sight. He's going to have such an advantage peeking from here. And Zhao as well. Just utilizing these orgs. Invictus, one of the only teams you even see using this these days.
Yeah, and sometimes when they use them, it's like, why? But when it's working and when they have strong money and when they're abusing angles that they're strong on, that's where you're like, now I understand. Now I get it.
It all makes sense. Well, again, Kaze going to be left in a 1vX situation. This time the X is 5.
How is Flying so aware?
He's just on one. And there's no one on the lower side. Oh, there is actually. Oh, he's down here.
That's all you need, mate.
About to hit him with the... Oi. I'm
Oi,
your
what
boy.
are you doing down here?
Oi.
Get
This
out.
is my side. Get out.
That just looks like what he sounds like as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an alpha.
I've heard him. Making his calls. Looks like a true alpha, doesn't he?
I mean, speaking of true alpha, he sees the molly, re-peek, quickest shot you've ever seen onto Advent, and then pieces it.
Gets away with it into the next round as well, so... Couldn't be happier. Speaking of getting away, ViCi look like they've got places to be here. Banging it straight through the trophy room, through the molly, into the nade, everything hitting them. But Flying, what can he do here? Well, it's going to be a oddly spaced push from ViCi, and Flying just finds all 3.
I thought that they were going to go bully Flying, and I was going to say stop bullying Flying, but Flying is the one who bullied them. ViCi Gaming, they're being sizzled at this point in time, Mac. 8-3. Invictus, their economy was on the point of breaking, but they have well and truly recovered from that. Strung a couple gun rounds and anti-forces together. And they're having a very convincing run of things. ViCi, as we often see, their goals have sort of shifted from can we try and dominate to the half to can we try and chip in a few rounds towards the end to make it harder for our opponents on their T side. Let's see how they go. A lot of faster strats, but once you start to see this wealth of utility, you can't just run out Hut and Squeaky into 2 Molotovs, then the smokes start to come out, a wealth of counter flashes. It's just not happening. You have to start to adapt your game a little bit more. That's what we're seeing from ViCi. Looks like they're going to start to make their way in toward outside. Wall of smokes lined up on the fly, and I imagine they're just going to send it straight towards Secret, try to get that fight towards lower and make something happen.
Ooh. Jia holds onto his molly for now.
Oh, I love that. They throw the smoke towards front of door to pull Xiaosage off the angle. Pull his attention away, and in the meanwhile, they start walking toward lower where Flying is positioned on this headshot angle with his AUG. Not much support, no one in rotation except for someone that could drop down the vent for this point in time.
Replacement of the molly forces Flying back for now, and that's going to be control of the holes found.
Where's the rotations for ViCi? They've lost vent control now. It's only Flying down here in windows. I think they've just lost the round. They haven't rotated at all.
Yeah, just took a little bit too long. Let's see if Viva can put in some work here from Mega. Molly didn't stop him before, but this time unable to find a line just yet. Great patience coming up from ViCi not to peek into that before all the utility pops, and that's something we've seen a few times from these Asian teams, you know, just a bit of a lack of patience. But Destroyer, he's going to be running straight in. King denies him. And again, he wants to find some more as well. Unable to find Zhao. As Advent comes in to trade it. 2 for him, and that's a big round from ViCi. 4v1 now. And Viva, the man that was first on the scene, he's gone.
That's why you can't just retake through Megaton. You can't do it.
Yep.
It doesn't work. That
People
wasn't
have,
even... Like, you look at ViCi and you're like, oh, they're 5-on-4. Like, already that's pretty hard. Forget the 5-on-4. The only people even looking at Megaton were Advent and Zoking. And they just 2v4'd Invictus trying to come in for that retake. Absolutely smacked them.
People have just learnt how to play that B site perfectly. Where to position yourself to have the highest possible percentage of converting each round. And ViCi, one of those teams, and they just crunch the numbers.
Oh, Advent's definitely a number cruncher.
I reckon he's crunched a few numbers in his time, eh? Well, let's see if it can happen again. ViCi, this is the round where they break the economy of Invictus if they can convert another.
Different variation on the wall of smokes. And ViCi just zooms straight down to lower. 2 players there this time, a little bit more respectful on the rotations. Viva with that AWP in towards windows. Flying's on the site.
This time in a different position, just waiting. Not going to full hold control of the double doors. However, issue here is if they do go over to control room, he will be spotted, but that's not the position. Viva's here stopping it, and oh, the collateral. What a shot. Flying as well, denying the bomb planter after the bomb plant does go down. Viva another, and Invictus just firing up out of absolutely nowhere. Viva is insane. But Orman, he's still fighting for the round now. 1v4 situation, trying to make it work, but yeah, able to trade that one through.
They just rushed that too much, ViCi Gaming.
Ooh.
I have to say, it's a pretty big misplay. You haven't cleared windows or anything, and you're just running in the open.
Well, that's the thing. That's why when you go to that lower site, getting control of control room is just so damn important. It allows you to throw the utility
It's in
over
the
to
name,
Mega.
Mac. It's in the name. Control the room.
Yep. And
Decon.
Invictus, they just didn't do it.
ViCi, rather.
ViCi just didn't do it.
Neither of them did it. No
Invic-
one's doing anything.
Invictus did it.
Oh, they did it.
Man. Invictus. You can't read how they're going to play every game, can you? Because last game, they weren't here. And they flicked a switch.
All I'm saying is, Mac.
What?
Okay, I was going to make a point that every time they lose Inferno, then they win the series. But then I remember they played ViCi and won in OT. And then they lost the series.
Yes. Well, that pattern isn't really a pattern, unfortunately. It's okay, Mitch. We know. We sympathise.
They're pretty good, though, Invictus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the point you were trying to make?
Yeah, CT.
Yeah.
CT side, very good. Look at him go.
Well, sometimes T-side very good too, so who knows how this one's going to go as we do get back into it. That's a huge amount of damage through the door. Advent surviving on 1 HP, but Xiao able to fight for it. Gets a reload off just in time.
He's been allowed to get away with that. 2-man advantage for Invictus.
Let's see. Jam Young can try to salvage, but gets shut down. That's going to be the bomb on the ground too. Kaze. Oh, Destroyer doesn't spot him.
Are they turning this around? So King's down in lower. Going to go towards that vent area. Kaze's got 2 flashes. Maybe peg those flashes toward vent side. But actually, no, Zoking's going to secret. So he's going to try and wrap around, go through annex side, find a different angle. Kaze checking out some of these cool crates. What's inside that one? Oh, screwdriver. Pretty nice. What's your favorite tool, Mac?
You, Philly. Now, Zoking is probably going to try to aim to come in from Annex. It's going to be a hard position. If he could have somehow maybe got into Heaven, probably a better approach to come from. But look, he does have a couple of tools. Looks like he's got his abacus out. He's flicking his protractor, just making sure every angle is perfect and cleared. But in comes the push now. Zoking makes it work on the Destroyer. Molotov forcing him out into the open. Kaze needs to have an impact, but he's going to go down to Oi. Smoke, not enough cover. Zoking doing it all himself, knows exactly where Oi is, but Oi flicks around just after the reload to clutch another for Invictus.
Wow. Zoking almost did it. He gave it his best. He measured the angles. He almost broke his elbow trying to complete that clutch. Man of the people.
He used his Piltractor to really get through that one.
That sounds like something you would use to do some kind of sketchy crimes in the pharmaceutical industry. Anyway, ViCi Gaming, they've got a decent buy here. They're going to go straight out of door, take a fight with Xiao Sage. And I have to say, Mac, that when they do that, that hasn't been working well for them. And again, they just copped a bunch of damage and gone, nah, I'm not going. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. And then no one does.
They're so polite, ViCi Gaming.
Cancel, 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 cancel.
They're so polite that they've left the door open for Invictus to get into the half, mate. Forget about getting into it. They're about to 11 for them if ViCi don't come up with something pretty quick smart.
That's it. And I don't know if that's up to par these days, especially on your map pick when, you know, we expect ViCi to be performing here. Late outer smokes coming through for ViCi.
Yeah. Zoking going to see if he can sneak his way into a sneaky position. Fever's down there, though, on a bit of an off angle. Zoking, unless he's shouldering nicely, might just die for free. Down he goes. ViCi going to try and rush ramp, but now it's a bit more of a one-dimensional push, and Flying going to do the flying dance for the 5th time this game. Just, I'm out of here. Now I'm on an off angle. ViCi Gaming, they've run down the clock. They've got ramp room, but ramp room's not the bomb site, Mac.
Here's the thing. They know that Viva is down in the lower side. Why have they not gone to ladder base? Why are they not approaching A from 2 different directions? Again, they're just putting all their eggs in one basket. The basket this time being lobby instead. There's only one man here to hold, and that's going to be the player on Hut, and that one hasn't worked out for him. Oi going down, Destroyer a bit too over ambitious. Jumping up the ladder.
I don't know if the Goomba stomp was the way to go. And unfortunately, he's kind of just fallen off the hut and crumpled into a heap. Now flying. Trying to wonder where it all went wrong. Going towards heaven.
2-pronged attack for the retake. Viva making a whole bunch of noise, just trying to hold some eyes in this direction. And flying, I think he ran back to throw a flash, but he's got 20 seconds, or 10 seconds to even get on the bomb, get on that defuse, and that time is ticking down. 4 men to find, 4 men to get past. It looks like this could just be the end of the half. Flying has really sawed himself out of the round. Kaze to close it. That's going to be the 10-5 half as Invictus lead heading into half number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go to the halftime break, so we will see you in a second.
Introduce me, I'm the renegade. Ooh, every single night, I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my gait. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. Look into my eyes, I'm not afraid. Take over my mind till it fades. Like a medicine, it keeps me safe. This neon lights lead the way. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. Faster than you. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. I tell you the truth. Just faster than you. Just faster than you. We're no kids no more. I need to feel
It is time for the second half, and let's see if ViCi can come back into the game. It is the strong side, their favoured side here on Nuke, as Invictus looks like they might go for a bit of a slower approach than ViCi did.
Yeah, well, I think the stronger side is probably the T side for ViCi, but they're both pretty good. As for Invictus, I would say their stronger side is probably the T side. So I'd say with a 10-5 lead, they're looking pretty good here.
Good Advent. He's got a nade for this strat, just looking to find a free amount of damage, and he certainly has, but that's going to be ramp control lost as Jam Young goes down flying, looking to hunt Advent down, and it's the full wrap to ladder base, and we do see Ormond trying to come in on the flank, nothing down on that B site. Zoking will relay that. Kaze still here, but he's not going to be spotted yet. It's just a matter of moments, a matter of time, and there it is, flying from above, just gets it done, trading that Oi and flying against wants some more, but it's the Julies to find another. Back to the 2v1 out of nowhere. Viva, 27 HP. He's going to be stuck up at heaven.
He's got the bomb. He's just going to run around the map a little bit.
Oh.
Does spot out Zoking towards Annex, who's got the dualies, doesn't want to be taking that fight with Viva, at least for the time being. He's walked up towards Heaven. 43 seconds. Doesn't need to be in a rush here, Mac, but he's going to walk into 2 CTs in a second.
Oh. Head just barely spotted. Viva slowly being chipped away at, and it's going to be the two-man stack on the upper site. ViCi, all eggs in the right basket, as we do see ViCi looking to get back into the game quickly with that CT pistol.
Lovely. Gonna have a nice and close game here. Really delivering for us. That's what I love to see, Mac.
What's your favourite, the ViCi jersey or the ViCi jumpsuit?
The Invictus jumpsuit? Because you just asked me what's my favourite, ViCi's uniform or ViCi's uniform?
I meant Invictus jumpsuit, yes.
Invictus's jumpsuit is just objectively way better.
It just keeps cooler, right?
It's so cool.
Yeah. Not as cool as Kaze's pose, though.
Not as cool as Destroyer's pop flash in towards uppers.
Let's see if it hits the mark, because it's all that Invictus are relying on now. Zoking mopping him up in a matter of seconds.
Ooh, the
Flash
bomb.
not effective.
Beaver's pieced it.
Let's see if Kaze can catch up to him in time. Looks like that bomb will not go down.
Yeah, he just gets absolutely blown out of the server. Destroyer tries to go find out what's happening down in lower. Probably shouldn't have even looked. Dad's given him a slap on the wrist and sent him back to bed. But now at least Invictus will be able to buy up here. Pretty decent utility across the board, I must say. Enough to be running all the different straps, Mac.
So what's your favourite jersey? Is it the ViCi jersey or the ViCi jersey?
I actually like the Invictus jumpsuit, Mac.
So you don't like the ViCi jersey?
Oh,
I put a
I
lot
like
of effort into that one.
I like it, but it's the jumpsuit.
Ah, of course. Anyway, Zoking very aggressive at outers. Off the back of the flash, won't get anything done. Viva denies him. That's going to be a nice start to the round for Invictus on their first gun round. Destroyer just tapping away and just so sharp. Doing what he does best, just running at them. Looking like he wants to be somebody. Oh! Unable to go toe-to-toe with Jam Young just yet. Kaze shuts him down before he can find Jam Young. There's going to be trades coming through. Oi, over in Warehouse, able to get it done. Advent, it's just an absolute chaotic round over towards the yard.
That's my favourite thing about Asian CS. It's just sometimes you will see both teams just full throttle run at each other over a random missed part of the map. You will not have Warehouse. And flying just one B's Advent. And that really was basically the round in a nutshell.
Well, like, where was Advent, though? He was just in the middle of nowhere. He was transitioning and then stopped and then, I don't know, off angles, etc., but just got destroyed. And Invictus like that, take control of the half for now.
Look, not yet, not yet.
Well,
Hold
ViCi
your
have-
horses, Mac. As
they
Kevin
don't have
would
heaps of
say,
stuff.
hold your horses.
He does love to hold a horse.
Wow, look at this fast play. Straight through Squeaky. There's 3 players in Annex here. It's a full stack in uppers for ViCi,
Oh,
but they still might not be able to get anything done.
Well, they still need to get through this smoke over towards Annex. It's full control for now. Bomb going to be planted in a moment. Molly actually keeping them out of the site. They want to be planting all that Annex area, recycling the smokes over towards there. And
Safe.
end up going for the safe plant instead, so wasting a whole bunch of time.
ViCi even attempt this retake. There's no kit for them. Smoke being thrown onto Squeaky there.
It's just going to be a belated approach. Oi going for an info play with the Mac-10, but finds himself 2 kills and an upgraded weapon. This is looking good, and just like that, ViCi trying to back away.
That's a great play for Invictus. That's the kind of play that you would see out of ViCi Gaming on Inferno. Just being assertive, flashing someone onto an angle, taking control of the game. And Invictus, now is the time they take control of this Nuke map. They break that CT money. They put themselves up to 12-7. They've survived with 5 players. They've just got a ton of cash and a ton of rounds to play with. And even after ViCi Gaming takes this single save, they're going to be sitting at around 4 to 4.5k in terms of the money, which just sucks on Nuke. You can't buy any utility. You can't buy an AWP.
Can't buy too much at all. Well, ViCi have to hope they are going to be able to buy some time to try to get that economy sorted so they can get back into the game, because at the moment Invictus looking like they should find themselves the 13th easily, and then, what, just 3 away from taking map number 2, which is ViCi's map pick, which ViCi has barely lost. Like once in the last, what, 27?
25 wins, 1 loss.
Ugh. That's not many losses.
I heard Kevin having a giggle. Even in the other room. 25 wins, 1 loss.
And it's about to be 2 if they don't pick their game up. What happened? What changed from that first map? Why is this looking like Australian Counter-Strike, changing maps, exchanging maps?
Domestic derby, Mac. Don't ask too many questions.
They just know each other so well, don't they?
Oh, they know a lot of things.
So much counter-stratting happening here. Jam Young now. He's going to be caught with a flashbang in his hand. So, won't even be able to lob that at flying. And Invictus just stack on another. Now, this is where ViCi need to try to get back into the game. But again, it's going to be a bit of a rough buy. Kaze down to a scout. Zoking on the MP9. Just making sure they get the extra utility in the kit. But it's not looking good. Advent, he's sleeping. So that's pretty normal. But Jam Young, he's changed completely from the last map.
Kaze's the only one putting up a decent level of performance. Zoking's got a lot of ADR, but that's classic Zoking. You know? He just puts bullets in people's bodies sometimes and doesn't finish off the kills.
And the rest of the boys don't either. He's only got 3 assists so far.
Oh dear. ViCi Gaming. You've dug yourself pretty deep at this point.
And look, even with sacrificing some extra firepower for the utility level's only good, not great, which Invictus has over there on the left.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. Well, let's see where ViCi head. We're going to see 2 at uppers, 3 rather, if you include the annex player. Deep line going to be held by Kaze on the scout, as Invictus just going to be standing there looking to throw those late smokes at outers again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes for him. Or he's out there checking out the sun.
He is, I don't know if Kev told you, our boy.
You've told me.
Have I? Oh, good.
Look at him. Look
Well,
at
as
our
long as
boy.
you know, he's our boy.
He is our boy. Look at him. He's going through outers. But the rest of Invictus seems like they're going into upper. ViCi thinks they're going ramp. Everyone's in 2 different minds right now, Mac. No one knows what's going on.
Yeah. Our boy Oi just really trying to sell the fake there, but it hasn't drawn any rotations. Yeah, there's a boost over towards Ram, but it's Invictus are very focused over towards the upper side. Going for the vent drop now. 3 men already down, and there's no one here to defend.
They're going to drop down into lower. Ton of ViCi players in ramp at the moment. The boost up. Kaze gets 1 pick. There's another one on the boost. Doesn't even need it because Kaze's just getting 2 scout headshots. Now Invictus, they have to fight their way out of a 3-on-5.
Let's see if they can come in. It looks like, again, it's going to be so many heading to Mega.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, that might not be great, actually.
No, because we saw what happened before, and it could just happen again. Yes, the flashbang goes down, but Xiao not going to be pushed off the line just yet flying. Only 1 on the peak, and that might have been a bit overzealous, a bit over-aggressive. Oi as well, just trying to slot it through the doors. Finds 1 back to the 2-on-3. It goes. He's going to be smoked off in multiple places. But again, ViCi, they've gone, yes, into sight, but no time. And Oi clutches it. He's going to survive. Jam Young similarly. ViCi, they just take way too long. Yes, They utilized a whole lot of patience, grouping up at Mega, looking to go for a structured retake. But no one went through. What are they doing?
5 on 3. Chucked in the bin.
I'm just confused. Look,
I think the player with the kit died, and they did not recover it. And from there, they would...
Bit unfortunate.
But even then, like, 5-man retake through Megaton, that's just how bad that is, you know? Like, again, only 2 of those Invictus players are even in decent positions to be able to defend. Flying only goes 1 for 1 and a bit. And then Oi's getting smoked off, but still able to get a lot of value out. Like, just the single-dimensional Megaton retake just sucks. Unless you utilize that utility properly. And even then, ViCi had decent utility usage. They got that smoke onto windows. They got a smoke onto door a little late. But it still didn't work. They just didn't have the time, Mac.
Well, let's see if they can buy themselves some extra time, which they needed to do before, but now it's even less likely. The very rough buy indeed. Just trying to get something happening up around the saved M4. And it could happen here and now, but Zoking has the shadow to play around. Here's the footsteps on top of himself there.
I'm going to wrap towards ladder base. I don't know why they throw that smoke so deep every time. It makes no sense whatsoever. They even pre-fired it as if they did it intentionally.
And Kaze might be able to thread the needle here. Misses a very easy shot that he usually would hit. Destroyer and Advent just going to be going toe-to-toe.
The Annex smoke.
Yeah, again, it's just going to be played around by the CT's ViCi. They're back in it.
Why are you like this?
But it feels like Invictus sort of just handed that one to them on a silver platter. So changing it up, going for a different approach over through the yard, just doesn't work out. And look, where the bomb is, it's so far away from flying. ViCi, oh no, I thought they were going to keep pushing one by one, but Orman able to at least get a trade as he made his way out of vent.
3 AKs picked up. Quite taxing for Invictus's economy as well. They still do have money, don't get me wrong, but they're going to burn through a fair amount of it having to reinvest in this round, and they've handed a bunch of rifles over to ViCi, who are on a save. Now they've got a little bit of money to play with. They've got 3 AKs and an AWP. Much better buy than they've had access to for the majority of this half, Mac, and that's a dangerous recipe to give ViCi Gaming at this point.
Early out of smokes and a faster approach from Invictus, just looking to go all the way into vents this time. Huge hole for Advent to play, but he's going to be tagged down early. Let's Invictus have their way.
Or he's sending it straight down secret. A lot of them are actually, but Kaze's on the line already, Mac. Invictus still have Destroyer lurking around that squeaky area in towards lobby. Okay, just missing the timing.
Yeah, ViCi just looking a little bit confused, but a nice line held by Kaze. Slowest shot I've ever seen him hit because he hasn't hit that trigger. It is going to be Oi cracking it open. The man is on a rampage so far on Nuke, doing so much heavy lifting here for Invictus.
4 alive for ViCi. I think Oi's just going to send it straight up the vent. Orman's still on that angle in warehouse, hasn't budged an inch, but now smoked off and flashed off as they go into Annex.
Soaking in such a strong position. Orman doing so much damage. Perfect distraction. And again, let's see if he can clutch this one out. Yes, perfect timing. ViCi playing that one to a T.
Oh, Orman. He's literally won them that round, just spamming through a smoke. Doesn't even get a kill, but he creates so much space. Invictus. They get so obsessed with someone shooting at them through a smoke that 3 of them, as they're going to execute that Annex split, just turn around and start spamming back at him.
Yeah.
It's like, boys, you're going into upper, remember?
And then it's just full peak on the contact. Perfectly played by the A players. And everything comes together. ViCi didn't really have to use too much utility. It was just some great timing on their peaks.
And here's what I was talking about, Mac. Invictus are out of cash. They can get economically reset here. That gives ViCi a 10th and 11th a chance to build up some CT money. Invictus don't have match point yet. Got to be careful, Invictus. You give ViCi Gaming even an inch on their absolute best map. They can really take it.
contact through the smokes. Sneaky push. Over to Secret.
Allman's over there already. He's just going to spot a little centimetre line, drop that smoke and fall back. Call for that rotation if he needs it. There you go.
Well, misses the vent, but Invictus not going to go for the hard commit. Potential for the crossfire on the opposing side of the smoke is just too dangerous to play with.
Flying. Going to start walking through elbow now.
Oh, good find the timing, and there it is. Pick found for Invictus.
That's massive. You see Allman, he's having to divert his attention toward Megaton now. Zoking trying to choose whether he wants to go up or down the vent, but I think the round's already over from this point.
Yeah, it looks like Invictus, unless they don't play their cards right, this should be another round for them. It should be map point. And Allman, oh, the timing again, not going to favour him, but at least he's able to go back down towards the lower site. Destroyer spots him, tapping away, unable to find Zhao initially. Oi is looking so sharp, and again, just able to trade it. 3v4, decon door closed. Cover, not quite there.
Actually, they're losing control of this. 2 players in decon. Always shutting it down.
Advent needs to trade, but Oi, again, he's found himself the triple for the round, and Kaze is not going to even attempt to go for this one. Look at it. The money. It's all over the shop for ViCi. They'll be able to save, well, I guess, I don't know, do something around the money.
Bonus. They still have some loss bonus here, I think.
Look, they managed to bring it back on an M4, a couple of 5.7s, and a Deagle off the back of, I'd say, a misplay from Invictus. So let's see if we see another misplay from Invictus in the next round. But for now, they're looking very good at closing out map number 2 of the series. Somehow upsetting ViCi on a map that they don't lose very often.
It's not great, actually, for ViCi. I thought they had better loss bonus than that. But apparently not. At least should be a couple of M4s. Still have that all. Still have a MP9 or a FAMAS, but that's all that ViCi Gaming can put together here. If they can win 2 gun rounds in a row, they put themselves on 11 and break that T-side economy. But otherwise, they're going to be trying to make it happen on that 3rd map.
Looks like there's some early smokes being lined up here. Where's that one heading? Over to heaven, you reckon?
Sure.
Maybe it's the Annex one. Who knows? Anyway, he's going to be coming out. Flashes to Molly, onto site, onto putt, and everything working out so far for ViCi. 2 for Advent before they're traded through.
Was the rafter smoke. Jam Young trying to poke his way in towards lobby. I think Allman thinks it's a lower bomb site for some reason.
Bit of a miscommunication.
Go back towards lobby now. Kaze's toward outer. Jam Young's going to clear out lobby, actually. That's a key frag to get, and Invictus double pushing hut here.
Oh, but jiggling, slow peeking. You don't want to go like that into Jam Young, but there's the trade. Allman needs to find Destroyer. 6 HP, 1 bullet will get it done, and there it is. Plenty of time to get the defuse over. And ViCi salvaging another round, but 3 men falling. Not much money in the bank means someone's going to suffer here. And that bomb plan as well means Invictus might be able to go for another force, but do you want to? They're going to have a mixed bag as well.
Yeah, their money's cooked. They should just go Deagle's armor, I reckon. Unless they want to go for like a play where they send Zaosake down the vent with like a Tech 9 or something and do all of smoke on outside.
Big braining, okay. Thanks. Is it text girl or text guy today? It was text girl earlier. Did they swap over?
Don't assume the
Did they tag team? They tag in? Who knows?
It's a half buy for Invictus. They're just going to even up their money, Mac. If they can get 3 kills in this round, that's absolutely huge in the context of this game. Because ViCi's money's cooked. They've got all the rifles they want to be playing with. They really want to build up money here. That's all they care about. 4+ players live is a massive blessing for ViCi Gaming on this comeback train. Already Viva's tagged Kaze within an inch of his life. Not a good start.
Well, he's got that op to play with. Still could put in some work, and he has been doing a lot of work for ViCi this map so far. So let's see if he can take one down with him. Would be optimal for ViCi. And over towards AC there, you can see he's in a very strong position to do so.
Good flashes here. Still available for Invictus in towards lobby. So if they do choose to attempt this annex split, some flashes towards CT vent from Destroyer would be great. Actually, he's going to climb up the ladder and throw a few Skylight flashes as they start to get ready for this annex split, Invictus.
Advent in a bit of an off position as well, so he might not be spotted instantly,
Oh.
but there's a nice one onto Zo King.
Norman's getting low as well. I'm getting worried, Mac.
Oh, and finds the 2-tap. That's more than enough. Flying. Oh, no. I thought he fell, but it is going to be Xiao, and looks like that could just be the game. Orman. 1v5, and again, he's just trying to figure out which bomb site the bomb is planted on. No, he's just rotating. And look, it's looking very unlikely. 1v5 as Invictus close it on an unlikely round, but their T side looking pretty damn good after a very good first half, and there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to Mirage to settle this series, but before